Oof. Alright, we're doing this all casual like today. Hello, everyone. Um, if you hear any noises in the background, it's it's the dog. He has this habit of like because he eats. He's got like a. Nah, I wouldn't say his snout is very long, but like, he digs right in. So to wipe his face off, he uses all my fucking blankets. Um, so you might hear him in the background, kind of rustling around. Anyway, um, whew, this year is just dragging along, isn't it? Um, so the last video that I posted, I feel like I made several videos after that. I just forgot to upload them, and if I forget to upload any videos, I'm just like, ah, fuck it, and I'll just delete it. So I think the last video that ever got posted was me coming out of Target, talking about, um, talking about going to the doctor. And well, guess what? It took up until today to go see a doctor, and you can, oh god, the lighting is so, it's so on me. You can totally see it. So like my dry skin is acting up really, really hard. Like my whole face is red. It's like all patchy. Um, it's never gotten this bad ever. I feel it's just I don't know what it is. It's just been really bad recently. So I was finally able to go talk to a doctor about it, and it was weird because it was like we both forgot how this interaction was supposed to be. Um, on his end, it felt like he forgot how to speak to a human being. I don't know. The conversation was just kind of awkward and stilted. I don't know. He reminded me a lot of Gabe from The Office. That's what he reminded me of a lot. Um, Talked about some nerd shit. We talked about The Legend of Zelda. We talked about D&D, and I was like, I always wanted to get into D&D, but like I never had the time to do so. Um, on my part, I forgot what it was like. I remember, was it Brian Regan did a bit. Brian Regan's a comedian, if you don't know. He did a bit about how going to the doctor is just paying someone to insult you. And I always thought that was an over exaggeration. And I guess I just haven't been to a doctor recently because that's literally what it is. Like he took my height down and he was like, "Oh, you're pretty short, right?" Like, and he's like, "So for your height and weight, you're actually overweight. You're not obese, but you're just above the level we need you. We need you at like 25. You're at 26% body fat or something like that. Whatever the BMI is." Um, he said I'm just above it. So he goes. So I go. Well, I'm actually in a workout class, and he gives me this awkward thumbs up, and then he goes, well, actually, if you really want to lose weight, you don't bulk up, do cardio. And I go, yeah, you're right. This is a weird, it's just a weird exchange. But I finally got fucking medicine, and God, just feels so great. I've had like it feels like I've had eczema my whole life. I wasn't born here in America, and I didn't have any problems with it when I was a kid, or maybe it just so happens that it just started flaring up as soon as I got here in America, and I was gonna have eczema either way. Regardless, um, I only started getting these flare ups as soon as I got here, like 14, 15, I don't know, a while ago. Um, almost 2 decades ago. And boy, I'm fucking old. But the like I remember as a kid, like I hated like lotion. I hated putting on like my ointments and shit, and it was such a chore. But now it's like, boy, how the times have changed. Like I remember like just not wanting to put lotion on because like I touch a lot of electronics. I don't like getting lotion on my electronics just because you're not supposed to, and it just feels slimy afterwards and it's gross. But like now I'm getting older and I'm just like, God, like moisturize me. Like I couldn't wait to get home and reapply my lotion just because my hands were feeling dry. It's like, what have I become? You know. But anyway, um, so I finally got my medicine down. Speaking of which, right? I have like very dry skin, and the problem here is like, the skin is so dry that it doesn't stretch and conform to like my movements, and so if I move around so much, the skin will just straight up just rip and tear. The skin gets very irritated, and like if I scratch it, it's like a very thin layer. It's like I don't want to say like rice paper, but that's kind of what I feel like, or either that or like a really old rubber band. My skin is like a really old rubber band, and certain changes in the weather can affect it. and it just so happens that we're switching into the cold season. Slowly but surely, we are switching into the cold season, and I'm starting to get like cuts in places where I've never gotten cuts before. You see, I'm applying some to my like right very close to my eyelids. I guess I rub my eyes a lot, and I just never really noticed. But now that I have been noticing it, like it's such a nightmare. Like especially trying to take a shower just because the water gets in the cuts and whatnot. It's really gross. But I'm glad I'm finally getting some medication for it again. Uh, it's just one of those things that you take for granted because you've had it your whole life. Um, so what happened to my medication was I feel like I'd be all set if not for the fact that this happened. So a couple years ago, the last time I went in for a doctor's appointment about my eczema was I went to a specialist out in Concord. Concord. I feel like it was out in Concord. Um, yeah, because I had to go over the bridge for it. Yeah, yeah. So the last time I went to go see a doctor about my eczema, I went to a specialist out in Concord, and he prescribed to me these two like little bits of medication, and they were working out for me okay. It was a bit the setup was a bit more complicated. Like I remember as a kid, I had the one bit of medication, and it's all I needed. That's all I was ever prescribed. But now it's like use this one sometimes, use these ones all the time, and then this one every night and every morning. And I go, ugh, you know. Um, so what happened was I thought to make it easy for myself because like I'm out a lot of the day, so like I can't reapply my medication, my topical like the ointments and stuff. I thought I would just bring it with me everywhere. My mistake was leaving it in the car on a hot summer day, and what happened was the thing melt straight up like expanded the container and melted out of the seams of it, and it melted all over the side of my door because I would keep it in my backpack, but for whatever reason, I just left it on the side of my door. And so I get back to my car, and like I open the door, and I go, "It's sticky here," and I go, and like almost all of the entire tube was gone. One of them was completely decimated. One of them was just straight up completely decimated. There's like nothing left in it. The other one, however, was like a little bit left in it, and so I kind of just tried to run with that for a little bit, and I thought, okay, as long as I can keep the cuts under control, I'm good. Cause like I can handle dry skin. Like I have like lotion and stuff like that. I can keep myself moisturized as long as the skin doesn't like burst open, which is a gross way to put it. But I just mean like if I get a cut, I don't have anything to heal it with. You know, like except for time, in which case it's gonna suck because like the thing will dry out and then the cut's gonna get worse because now there's an open wound on it. You know, so I had to get like some actual like steroid medication just to close up the wound fast, heal it faster, and I didn't have that for a really long time, and so cut to getting my health insurance in order up until now. Now is so now I have medication for it, and I'm just trying to make it last because honestly, like these cuts came out of nowhere, like it just happened all at once, like here and like my eyes just started going, and I go, "What the hell is happening? Like, why do my eyes hurt?" And and it's like, "Oh," and then I noticed my face. I'm getting all patchy and whatnot, and it's like, ugh, you know. Especially up here, the forehead sucks because this wasn't here before. But like I'm looking at it, and, like it's not nearly as bad because the camera quality is bad, but I stare at myself in the mirror a lot. Not that I stare at myself in the mirror a lot. I just mean like as a person, I see myself a lot, especially like like in a mirror. Like right after a shower, I look at myself in the mirror. So like a lot of the day, I see my face, and it's like ugh, It's the one thing that I focus on. But anyway, enough ranting about that. That's all. That's all I've got. I played Brotherhood last night. I finished. I closed it up. I did 100% on it, and then I streamed the Christina mission. So if you were there to tune in for that, thank you very much. If not, I posted the video on YouTube. It should be the video right before this one. So yeah, go enjoy that. It's not that long. It's probably like I think it was actually exactly 49 minutes long. So it's not that long, but I tried to make it as entertaining as I could. So hope you guys like that. Right now I'm running through Assassin's Creed 2. I don't think there's any missions in there that I am particularly fond of. I just don't have as many fond memories of Assassin's Creed 2 as I do with Brotherhood, just because Brotherhood was my very first one. But that's it. That's it for me. Um, I'll see you guys some other time. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day, and see you later.